time it is? We don't turn down, we turn up. Bird card. Count it. 1, 2, 3. Let go.
Turn up, 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 turn up.
Boom, we're back at it here. Take a couple of those. Couple of bells, we back in there. All right, LLF, we're back in the building for another episode. Today, we have the Ross clan in the building.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we got the Ross clan in the building. We have Deshawn Ross.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Deshawn
sir.
Ross, 3-time Golden Gloves winner. He currently holds the ABO Cruiserweight Championship.
Yes, sir.
Hometown boy, Louisville, Ballard kid. He's in the building and he got the fam with us. So the rest of the fam, we got Junior, Deshawn Ross Jr. in the house. Go to, how old are you?
11.
11. You go to Smyrna?
Yep, Smyrna.
Elementary.
Smyrna Elementary.
You play?
Football and volleyball, and I play the instrument and volleyball.
All right. So the instrument you play is saxophone.
Yep.
And you play volleyball?
Yes, sir.
All right. Ain't nothing wrong. Don't see that too often. Ooh, and we have Destin Ross. This the youngest Ross right here. Hey, Destin, you see that pen right there? May I have that, sir? Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. We have Destin Ross, who is 2 years old, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right,
Big
2 years
two.
old. And, of course, we have my co-host,
What's
Katie
happening,
Marks.
y'all?
Amateur boxer, mama too, working on that capoeira thing. I'm gonna come out there to the capoeira thing.
Yeah, I'm waiting on it. I made it to your baseball. I made it to your baseball, Charles. Only fair.
I'm coming out there as soon as I get a chance. And then, of course, you got me, your favorite ring announcer, CWMC. So we're back with another episode. We got the Ross family in the house, and you know how we get down. We're gonna jump right into it.
Yes, sir.
So, Deshawn, you are currently the ABO Cruiserweight Champion.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, Destin, you want to say something? You can say
What
something.
you got
real
to
quick,
say?
You can say something. Watch your head.
Put him on the spot.
But nah, yes, I currently hold the ABO Cruiserweight Championship, the regional ABO Cruiserweight Championship around here.
All right. That's good. And do you have any fights coming up that you can speak on? Do you know of anything that you got coming up that you can speak on?
I don't exactly have a date set up right now, but currently I want to be pushed for like November. Like me and my team is in the gym working extremely hard right now. So I say about like early to mid-November I should be fighting again.
And what gym are you representing right now? I know you've changed a gym.
Currently right now I had went back to the gym that I started with, which is TKO. I'm working with James Dixon.
Okay.
Yes, but I don't forget about my JC family. There's still a lot of love in over in Indiana.
All right, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. So, in part of the boxing world, that happens. So that's not unusual, is it?
No.
Not unusual. That happens.
You started as an amateur with Dixon and worked your way through the pro ranks?
Yeah, I started as an
initially?
amateur. Yeah, Dixon got me and Dixon had my first amateur fight. It was back at the club show. I think that's when the first time I met you.
Yeah, because you spar with Robbie all the time.
Yeah,
one of my ex-teammates, but yeah, it'd would probably Nick Berry's show then. It was on the same card.
Yeah, I think it was Nick. No, that was the second fight. My first fight was actually at the Dixon had he rented out I want to say a place off Blankenbaker.
Okay.
And he had a show there, and that was the first show, first fight I ever had. And my whole amateur career I was with Dixon, and then when I turned pro, that's when I met my old coaches in Indiana, and they turned me pro. And so my next fight I currently be under Dixon.
Wait, all right. Shout out to Dixon, TKO, JC. What's up, fam? How y'all doing? Both of y'all. You wanna go out there and watch TV? You don't? All right. Well, you can stay in here. Y'all stay in here. You want to go in there and watch TV?
Sit down.
2-year-old adventure time.
You, Mr. Ross Jr., since you're in the building, so you said you're playing basketball, you're playing football now?
Yes, sir.
So what sport is it? What is this, football now? Is it football?
Yes.
It's football? So how's that going? Have y'all started playing yet?
Yes, but I'm not. Yes, I'm not playing like right now. I'm trying to get better, and so this minute I'm not playing. I'm waiting for the basketball season. So this minute I'm working on my footwork and everything I need to for my football and basketball. I'm getting ready for that.
All right, that's good. That's good. What do you been to a lot of your dad's fights? You go to them? How does that work?
Yes.
How do you feel when he's fighting?
Good. I feel real
You don't
good.
get scared?
No, because I already know he's going to win.
Yeah, I already know.
That's right.
Yeah, I already know he's gonna win. So, Ballard High School.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ballard,
4-year.
Ballard alumni in the house.
That's where I was a football. I'm my football ballot from 04 to 08. Brothers know what it is. We ran KHSAA.
Say it again.
KHSAA.
Right.
But yes, I also after my ballot days, I went on to play college in Illinois, where I won a junior college championship in Glen Ellen, Illinois. And then after Glen Ellen, Illinois, I took a scholarship up in Missouri. And from there, I graduated from K-State. K-State, who you with?
K-State. Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know he was a K-State alumni.
Yes, sir, K-State alumni. Where I studied physical education and a minor in coaching.
Oh, good stuff.
Awesome.
Good stuff.
Yeah, you got a backup plan.
Yeah,
Good to have a backup plan for boxing, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Backup playing in the house. Backup playing in the house.
Knowing you for a while, of course, you have to notice if you follow Ross and you pay attention to local fighting, you'll know him being a Louisville native. But initially wasn't cruiserweight when he first started boxing. So similar to another person we had on the show, Josh Flores, he's made a huge transformation. That's been a few years now where you've made that change for the better of your career, I would assume, right?
Oh, yes, ma'am. So I guess what really made me make that leap is I want to say back when the pandemic first started, I received a promotional offer from a promoter out in Vegas, named Ivalo. So I was out in so for a whole year I was in Vegas and I was sparring against some of the best athletes and I was holding my own and whatnot. But I saw what big of a jump, and I saw like I have so much more of an edge if I was to come down and weight because speed, power, but I also be eye to eye with a lot of opponents. Because at the heavyweight division, as y'all see now, the Deontay Wilders and the Tyson Furies is 6'7", or even the smaller heavyweights nowadays is 6'4".
Right,
right. Where when the Tyson days, average the heavyweights were 6'3". And normally they was around 6'2", so with Tyson's frame of 5'10", he was like sat in there. So to make my career long and to keep my brain power cells intact, I decided to make a leap down in the cruiserweight division.
So that's a step down. So you was up there and then came down. In weight.
Yeah.
Yes, I came down.
Smart move. Everybody say, college graduate stuff paid off. You're like, smart move. Let me see what's going on. Let me just jump on down here.
Yeah, that's not play with them big boys.
Right. What's up, is he on? All right, he's good. I'm just making sure he ain't down there tearing nothing up.
Yeah, pulling no wires out.
Like I'm gonna have to pay for that.
Yeah. Daddy ain't made a big fight contract yet.
Right.
That's the goal, though.
Yeah, that's definitely the goal. Definitely the goal.
So with that being said, Junior, how'd you feel it when he said he was coming in here to do an interview? You said you was gonna sit in on this one. You said you wasn't gonna wait on this one.
Yes, sir.
You did. So your time to shine too. Look at him. There he is. Peeping
Yes.
his head up. He made it from one side to another.
He's like, hey, watch me.
So
He's playing hide and seek with himself, y'all.
Right. So explain how's the family work with you, man? Would you go into boxing? How is that family dynamic working? Sons and
Yes, another reason. So coming back from Vegas, so I was gonna come back from Vegas, but I was gonna do the type of thing where I go back and forth to Vegas. Well, also in like the spring of 2021, I received custody of my oldest son.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so with being a new full-time father and kind of like new to it, because I was like, my son was first in Minnesota, so I get him every Christmas and every whole summer. So I was a seasonal parent, so it was kind of different. So taking on the full-time father role, I decided to stay home where I would have more help because I was scared and it was something new. So I decided not to go back to Vegas, and I decided to stay home and whatnot. So So me and my older son was transitioning, and also when I first went to Vegas, I had my youngest son. He was just born at the time, so I was fresh fatherhood. So coming back home, me and my older son was getting into the routine of things. He was trying to play football. I was trying to keep him acclimated with learning new things from kids, because jumping from Minnesota to Louisville was a big transition for him. And so I guess I was just trying to show him the dedication and show him like how like you get out of life what you put in, basically. So
right, say that again.
Yeah, so,
say that again.
And I feel like a lot of times in life, like we become more vocal. And I wanted to be, I'm like more of a visual teacher. So I wanted to show him visually how everything goes. So it was me and him first. First it was me and him like going back and forth to the gym at night running. Then we'll go to the boxing gym. Then he'll see me going to his practices, right, and everything. So in his mind, he's like, okay, Daddy's working hard, so I have to work hard. And then on top of that, I had to also work. And then seeing my youngest son as I started being home more and more. Well, as the months went on, my youngest son started getting older. He started to recognize what was going on. So he's in there and he get to play with other kids, and it also gives him like a positive message, because I don't know, he get to see daddy in a positive outlook, and he's like, okay, I either got to do this or that, but I'm not going this way.
So, hey, yes, that's a wonderful thing. That is a wonderful thing right there, and I'm glad that you said that and that he gets a chance to say that. So coming right back at you, Ross Jr.
Yes.
How you feel about that when you watch the dedication and you see what your dad's got going on? How does that? Have you taken that in? How does that help you with your things that you're doing?
Good. It motivates me.
Yeah, got
it
you.
motivates me to work harder and never give up.
Yeah.
All right, hey, man, that's awesome.
And
that's
Daddy's
awesome.
still
That's
chasing
glad
his dreams, right?
Yeah, but bigger than that though. More, I want them to know more than that though. They the reasons. They my reasons why. Like you know, like I don't know. Like also too, as realistically speaking, I'm a man, but I was an immature boy at first when I had him. So like trying
Say
to
it again.
So,
Say it again.
so try to transition into
Right.
into a like
men.
yeah.
I'm saying boys men up in there.
And I can't say it no better. It was difficult for me too though. So
You're like, oh wait, I always wanted to be the full-time parent.
but-
Oh
shit.
shoot, I am the full-time parent.
So I can't like I can't dish you off her. You can't, you know what I'm saying? But
Full-time job. Here you go.
Yeah, so it's running routines and everything like that, getting into the rhythm of everything.
It's good you got a lot of fam though here,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I said,
Your whole fam. So
yeah, I want to shout out to my mother Angela Ross and my father Joseph Ross, who helps me tremendously.
Hey, enough said. It's hard to do it without that family support.
Yeah, but every morning I get to go in this room cause I go to work at 8 in the morning and I work approximately about 30 minutes. So every morning I have to get up between 5 and 6 to run. But every morning that's like, nah, Ross, don't do it. Then I go in and I look at his room. I say, Ross, you gotta do it.
right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta do it. So like bigger than that, I stay on him, but he's the reason that I'm able to stay on myself. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hey, that's wonderful. That's a big thing. That's a big thing. You need a water? Destin, do you need a water? You need a water, bro? Hold on. I got one for you.
You see his whole posture change.
I know.
You need a water?
He said, dang, I got the problem and you got the solution.
You need a water? You ain't gonna spill this, are you?
Thank you.
All right. Got to thank you the whole night.
It's time to say pop pot, y'all.
Is that what it is?
It's time to say pop pot.
He working on his words. You got thank you down. He said thank you.
He could talk. He say words. He talks when he wants to. He plays the role.
Hey, that's so. How often you work out a week? So you run every day. What else you do? How often you go to the gym?
I try to go to the gym every day.
Whoa, wait, that's no, out of there. Come out of there. Yeah.
I try to work out every day. But I'm trying. That's why I say I'm trying to get on a routine because at first I was working out sporadically, but I try to do at least 2 times a day by running in the morning, then going to the boxing gym in the afternoon. But I'm trying to get a little bit more discipline, so I only have to work out 2 instead of 3 times to make weight. Because like we said, I jump from heavyweight to cruiser, so I don't like sometimes washing my portions at the table.
Yeah.
Say that again.
Who does?
Like, I'm gonna need all that. I'm gonna need all my food.
Yeah, I need all that stuff. so definitely different. It's definitely different. Like having to get on the scale and look at the number and be like, okay, Ross, you on it. You made it.
So paying attention to your weight, that's something that you have to stay on top of now that you drop down?
Yes, it definitely is. Cause I know that I don't want to go over 220. If I go over 220, it's gonna be a real headache trying to come down. But now that I'm getting older, I say now I don't want to go over 210 because fights is now being called sporadically, like
get a call out the blue.
Within a week.
Yeah, like you trying to take his fight, and so it's like, all right, Ross, if you want to take him fights, 10 pounds is nothing, but anything over that, you're gonna be draining yourself.
Yeah,
and they ain't gonna get the best Ross, and I feel like that's what kind of happened in my last fight.
And last fight, let's speak on the last fight. Who was last fight against?
Ramsey McGraw.
And where was that at?
It was out in at the fairgrounds,
Shelbyville, but
Shelby Fairgrounds.
So that was out there. And what was the result on that fight?
I won. It was a 6-round fight. I won unanimous decision. It was a unanimous decision win that I felt like. I feel like my mechanics is getting better, right? But my, I don't know. I kind of felt like in my heart I was a little rusty, and I don't really want to touch on why I felt like I was a little rusty.
Right, you don't have to.
It'll ruffle some feathers, but I just feel like I wasn't the best me. But I also feel like, you know what I'm saying, like I can't blame everybody. I get to look in the mirror and take some of the blame too. But I just feel like I wasn't the best me in that fight.
Was it a while in between fights though? I could say that for myself. Like I had a year out. I could jump back in. I'm like, I had sparred and got ready for this fight, but getting in the ring again is still like shit. Timing still. Wait, you're thinking too much, and you just gotta let it flow. But it's hard being inactive at sometimes.
Yeah, but I can't even say that because the fight before that, I want to say I was in like May the 1st. So it was like
I got you.
It was back to back, but like I said though, I feel like I don't know, like they wasn't getting the best of me in a way because I don't know, my lack of preparation wasn't the ones that was happening before that. Like the preparation that was happening before the fights, before my last 2 fights was a lot better, and I felt like I don't know, the last 2 fights that people seen of Ross wasn't the most well put together fights.
Well, that's all right. We're going to see the best of you coming
up.
That's all we got.
And you're going to keep something every time.
Right, and you're going to keep striving. You learn from that, and we're going to see better, and you're going to continue to get better, and we're going to continue to support you. The whole city going to support you.
Right. So mid-November, you thinking your next one? Do you know any whereabouts local, or are you going to have to travel for that one?
Nah, so my next fight I want to be local, but then right after that, when I want to jump and take a fight, like probably a B-side fight. So take one more fight with my new coach. Getting with him, getting back, getting everything, all the mechanics, getting the oil, getting the y'all know the oil can, the 10-man oil can oiled up, ready, and I don't know, and then right after that, probably jump into a major fight, like or either jump into a major fight or get my revenge back from when I lost the fight.
Oh yeah, okay. So you are. Let's see, you are 8-1, aren't you? Yeah, you're not that one loss. Where did that come from?
It came from fighting Sean LaHarry down in West Virginia. I went down to his backyard where he was a tough fighter.
Right.
And I flat out say I lost that fight. I flat out say I lost that. He was I don't know. He took me the distance. I don't know. Everything I feel like that was the first fight that made me realize they said that fighters make fights.
Fighters make fights. Yeah.
Style was a style different style class.
Like he was like one of the fighters that could take a punch, energize. You know what I'm saying? Don't get tired, and just keep coming. So like the more I started winding down, the more he started pumping up, and that was just like, that's just all the fire he needed. Plus he had the home crowd. Yeah.
That
and
always
I
adds
wasn't
to it.
because like. Oh no, and that was also the first fight that I wasn't the hometown. Yeah, so like
it's different.
Yeah,
it's
so I hit him
different.
with like a 5-punch combination. The crowd would be, you can hear tissue hit the ground. He hit me with
boom, boom.
Yeah, he hit me with a baby jab. They go, oh,
they go crazy.
And you're like, that wasn't shit, dude.
So I'm like, man, I gotta get this back. Then I'm tiring myself out. Then I'm thinking like, all right, Ross, you losing the fight. But then my corner's like, Ross, no, you winning. Then you go back and watch the fight. You like, man, if I'd have just stayed and did this, I would have did that.
It really wasn't that bad. It's everything else around you, like the input.
But I'm
zone
like,
out.
But I'm like, now, that's one revenge fight that I have to have.
You want that fight back? You want the fight back?
We want to know what and you learn from it too. So.
Maybe he'll come to your hometown.
Yeah, so I said maybe, or maybe that's why I said though, because I feel like the corner I have now is getting me well put together, and then we have pieces here in town that's gonna help me spar.
Yeah, who's your sparring partners? Any main sparring partners? Or you kind of have to travel to find some good sparring partners at your weight?
Yeah and no. So like I said, I just switched over to James Dixon. So we just now starting our camp. So he has two heavyweights. He had one come in from out, I want to say like England or somewhere like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's like 6'4", 260.
Damn.
He's gonna be a good sparring partner. Then he has another guy that coming in town, 6'6". I want to say he said 230. That's gonna be like, this is in-house work. That'll be there 24/7. Then I also have Dontel Mays that I still can reach out to. And then it's I don't know, it's a couple of local fighters around the area, like around the Nashville, Cincinnati area that I can also reach out to that we can spar. And Jarvis has some good cruiserweights. So hopefully like in this camp we all can like get on one accord and meet up to different gyms and spar and get ready because I'm trying to go.
I feel you on that. That's good. And that's glad to hear. You also got the support too. Mr. Junior, how you doing over there?
Good.
All right. Yeah, all right. So do you box? Are you gonna box?
No. I don't like getting hit in my face.
As the majority of the population does not. I don't blame you on that one.
Don't worry about it. I don't box either. I don't like getting hit in my face either. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. So when your dad fights, do you go to his fights? Or
yes.
You can go to?
I go to his fights. I go to all his fights.
Do you? So when he comes out of town, you go out of town with you too?
Oh yeah, he went to the West Virginia fight with me.
Did he?
Yeah,
How'd you feel about that West Virginia fight where he took the L? What was you thinking?
I was mad. I was crying.
What, really? Hey, see?
That's what I said, yeah.
That's love. That's motivation too, right there. Like, hold on, this is not gonna happen again.
Yeah, I can't have it happen again.
Can't have that happen again.
But yes, it's definitely, that's a revenge fight, and there's definitely a whole lot of fights in my division that I really, really want. Like especially like leading up next year.
Is there?
Yeah, like especially this time next summer. Next summer, I want to be honest, I want to get wind up and keep going and keep fighting. But I really want to fight Brandon Gladden. He's like the #1 cruiser in the U.S.
Is it?
Call it out. Call him out.
Yeah, go ahead. Call it out.
And what's so crazy about it is he also went to HBCU and played football, so we can make it a big.
Oh yeah, you can make a big thing out of that.
Ex-football players turn boxer. Yeah.
So next summer, I definitely want that to happen. Also, a guy out in Vegas, one of Jake Paul. He always with Jake Paul. Javion Love. I want that fight to be in the next 2 fights, something like that. And then
that's a good call. Yeah, that's a good call.
He's hungry. Watch out.
Speaking of Jake Paul, you were supposed to be a fight on the undercard at that Jake Paul that got canceled.
Oh yeah.
I was supposed to fight on the undercard. I was supposed to fight a guy out of Vegas. Can't think of his name right now. It was gonna be like a 60-40 fight, but they don't know if the 60-40 was gonna go my way.
They ain't know that, did they?
They ain't know they was bringing in somebody that ain't ate in 4 weeks, and I'm starving.
That's what we like to hear. We hungry down here in Louisville with this. We are.
We gonna come out the jungle alive.
You got one?
I mean, looks like a bright future ahead. I mean, how long you been pro now? Like 3-4 years?
I turned pro in 2019. 2019. So
9 fights in 3 years.
Yeah.
That's a good amount. You're on the right track.
Good ratio.
For pros, yeah, you don't fight as often as amateurs, more because you're taking more blows to the head and they're longer fights, and that's why you spend more time preparing for the pro fights than as you would amateur in between fights. I mean,
how many amateur fights did you have? Do you know off the top of your head?
I want to say
12.
Yeah, 200, 150, 89, 74.
I didn't have that many.
You didn't start.
Like 32. I want to say like 32.
Yeah, did you start fighting in college, huh? Amateur?
No, I was like
high school.
It was after college. So
after college,
right after college, I was playing arena football Then I kept getting cut back and forth like every week to week. Then I
was you messing with the fire? With fire?
No.
I
was actually in. I had went to Sioux Falls, Illinois, which was they was in the IFL. They was at the time they was winning the championship. I got cut from her. From her, I went to Albuquerque, New Mexico, and then right after I got cut in Albuquerque, I went up to Arizona, and then from Arizona I came home. But at the time, I was making $200 a week. And I had my son. I had my older son because I had my older son my freshman year of college. So I was like, I originally was gonna give it up and just start working, like start getting a job. But then a buddy just out of nowhere, it was something crazy. I was sitting at home watching Tyson. Listen,
random.
It was on ESPN. They were showing the reruns of Tyson. And then, like right when I did that, my buddy had just called in, like a guy by the name Earl Heyman, who used to play for the New Orleans Saints. He played at Ballard when I played.
That name before. He from Ballard?
Yeah, he went to Ballard High School. He was a U.S. Army All-American, but he was a U.S. Army All-American when it was only one game. Like now they got like 10 games, so if you halfway good, you're gonna be in an All-Star game. This is when it was only a two-man roster from all over the world, and well, I guess he had boxed too. He was boxing too, so he was into it. And he called me. He was like, but at the time I was 290 pounds. So he was
90,
200. Because in college I played D tackle. Hey, listen, y'all won't believe this. In my life, I was as high as out of high school. I was 350 pounds.
Goodness,
what?
I never guessed that.
Yes, and I have and the lowest I have been in a fight was 195.
Wow, that's a major difference.
Yeah,
huge.
I never would have guessed that by looking at you right
350
to 1. So that's always been my biggest problem is conditioning. When I ain't gonna say conditioning, it's staying disciplined with the conditioning.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? There's two different things. You could be bad. I guess bad. No, I guess it's all one. Discipline with condition, because everybody can make that conditioning better.
Right.
But he had called me. I was 290 pounds, but I was like, Cause right after I got cut, I had to move in with my daddy, and my daddy's not like an easy cookie to live with. You know? so I was sitting there. So the army had flashed right in front of my face, and I was thinking about being all I could be.
Right.
And then look, I even called him and everything, and signed up, and we went up to and did the interview in Jefferson Mall. Then I told him I had to go to the bathroom. He's still waiting for me to come back to this day. So.
Did you ever come back from bathroom?
Nah, no. So if the recruiter is looking for me, I'm doing
side the dotted line.
So then I started going. Matter of fact, y'all know where the glass work art place is? They had a gym down at the bottom.
Yeah.
So I said, all right. So the next week I said I met him over. So then I started to meet him at the glasswork art film, where the toughest training I ever had, because he was in the process of making me lose the weight.
Right.
And then so like we used to have to run all the way up and down first. I mean, the places I won't say like on 9th. We had to walk all the way, run to the Boys and Girls Club and back, which was like 4.5 to 5 miles. So just imagine a 290-pound guy doing that.
I can see that now. I'm thinking you get ready to die.
Yeah, but believe it or not, but I want to say in the first 3 months, he had me down to 240 pounds.
I was going to say he was about 250 when I knew you, when you were first with Dixon, like just turned pro. He was about 250.
No, see, look, I was an amateur when I was with.
You were still an amateur the
first.
first. Okay.
I said this is gonna be the fight that I have. The fight that I have in November will be the first fight I have under Dixon.
All right, that's cool. That's
okay.
Good. That's good.
As a pro.
As a pro on the pro side.
Got you. If as long as you're not bothering.
Is there
okay.
I don't want to say anything without saying anything. What's the difference of gyms or anything? What's it like fighting with Dixon now compared to that, without being negative in any type of way? Just or what brought that about or anything that you can speak on?
I just feel like you become somewhere and you become a point in your career where either A, it become not fun no more because you outlearn what you can learn, or B, or just to be honest, I felt like some of the stuff that I was lacking, I couldn't be taught because the people didn't know it, because they was like, my particular coach was really like a student, a knowledgeable person of a different format of a different sport in the compact world compared to where I'm going to. And like on the level where I felt like I'm at, I feel like I had to change and go with Dixon.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
And because there's another thing too that fighters often face, especially Louisville fighters that face here. Like you decided to stay here, so what some of them do is they fight here and then they go somewhere else. Like Muhammad Ali from here, but he moved somewhere else to get to where he wanted to get to. Yeah. So you're gonna be getting to where you want to get to, and you're still gonna be trying to do it from here. So it's all part of the game, man. It's all part of works. It works in boxing, man.
Yeah, give and take. But I understand, like, being in the boxing world and like seeing it, like, especially being in Vegas. I understand and see why he did do what he do, and why fighters leave places and go to other places. Because, like you say, like the boxing community so small. Like, if you're a good amateur, you gonna know you'll mess around and be hanging out with the pros that you see on TV. That's how small boxing is. So with that being said, it's not a lot of work. It's not a lot of people you can spar with. It's not a lot of people you can spar with.
that was clutch right there.
It's not a lot of people you can spar with in certain areas, like especially different weight classes. Like I don't know, like different areas like cater to different weight classes. Like for instance, like when I was in Vegas was heavyweight central.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like where like Colorado, where the Olympics train at, you have more of the smaller guys because of the altitude, and they move around more. Where the heavyweights are just sitting there and trading and all that, so they like being in Vegas where it's hot and different stuff like that. So with that being said, and then on top of that, like your coach can travel, so and then a lot of times like this, coaches have numerous fighters. And they have different events going on at different times, so they have different things going on. So they be having like different things going on. So even that being said, sometimes the coaches be out of town a lot. So I understand why fighters do that. And if I get to a point, well, not if, when I get to a point in my career that can happen, then I can see myself going. But I hope that me and my coach will be on the same page then though. But I'm gonna be a fighter where my training camps would be in town, hometown. Like when I make it, when I become that guy that everybody around the nation knows, I'm still gonna have training camps here. So the people that was with me from when I was a nobody, can also witness the greatness that I'm ready to possess to this world.
Feel that. That's big words right there. That's what we love to hear right there. Just hometown favorite make it still come back. That's what we do, and that's how the area grows. And that's what we're trying to do here is get that boxing. That flavor back in this city, man.
And like you said, you could always like do a month camp here, get ready for a fight in that city. Say you had one in Colorado or something in that altitude, you would want to prepare a little bit over there. Doesn't mean you're moving there, but I mean, you could always temporarily prepare for a fight anywhere, like you said.
Yeah, like you said, the altitude's different. And
so different.
You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, we buy altitude masks for the altitude where people in Colorado, Albuquerque, New Mexico, places like that is already
they're acclimated.
It's above, but I can't.
Right, sea level and all that.
Sea level and stuff like that. Because I remember when I went to Albuquerque. I got off the. No, I would say plane, but they treated me bad. I had to ride on the Greyhound, so I ain't gonna lie to the podcast. Say when I got off the plane, when I get off the bus, man, it was a whole different environment, man.
It's humid and muggy. It's a different kind of humidity.
As soon as you stepped off the bus,
listen,
thought I was in shade.
Man, listen, when I was in Arizona, I used to I want to say like a 0.8 from the store. I walked to the store and I had to sit down. But the crazy thing about it is like, man, I'm hot, but I didn't feel not a drip of sweat. I said, God, don't. I know I had some bad times in life, but if you get me through this walk, I promise I'll kill all my demons right now.
That's what that heat do to you out there. That's that West Coast heat, Southwest heat.
My son don't want me to be great, you guys.
Yeah, he on the road today. He got some chips. Maybe he just wants some chips.
Yeah, he got some chips.
Yep, knock him out. Let him get some chips.
I seen the sign, y'all. I ain't gonna act like I ain't seen the sign.
He went out there and got the chips on his own. He said, Daddy here talking, I'm gonna go get these chips.
I ain't got time to play with you.
Snack time. Right. I found what I wanted. I'm good.
That's dope.
All right. So with that being said, before we get out of here, I want to say we're gonna share some stories here. So
Are you into Halloween? Wait, I just wanted to ask the big little one, the 11-year-old. Are you into Halloween at all? Are you still dressing up? You picking out something spooky to wear?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, you still doing that? What you gonna be this year?
I'm gonna be Deadpool.
Deadpool. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So creepy.
Where you come from?
I don't know. I just like watching Deadpool movies, and I've been in a lot of characters, so I just decided to pick Deadpool.
What are you?
All right.
Marvel fan? You into that? Avengers,
Yes.
all that?
Yeah, I was Captain America, Hulk
Yeah.
Smash. I was the Flash. And
So can I get you the outfit without the shield?
no.
But you can be the shield.
Right. That's family business right there. And then you say something about video gaming. So do you do like streaming your games? Are you interested in that?
I don't stream because I don't like have a camera for streaming.
You don't? All right, but you will. And if you were to stream, what kind of games you play?
I would probably play Fortnite and Madden and Warzone. I'll probably get Warzone.
Man, I feel like my daddy when he said, "Son, I don't know what you're talking about. I now know what he's talking about." But but Madden's been around since I was little, so he ain't ready for me on Madden. Fortnite, he's the king of that. But Madden, oh yeah, I'm gonna make
I
it.
already beat you 57 to 5 already.
Did
what?
you let him win?
Madden.
How did you do that, son?
So when
Look
So the story was.
now what? You remember when my TV wasn't broke? We played Madden together. I whooped you.
No,
you
you
said
You let him have it?
No, hold on. Let's listen, y'all.
I caught a pitch.
That's stage facts, y'all. Cause listen. He was playing the computer on easy, and he had already got up on them 59-3. So I said, no, listen. But Daddy wasn't in charge of the controllers. He wasn't hitting X. The computer. The computer on easy was the ones controlling the man. So then Daddy stepped up, grabbed the controllers. I started scoring touchdowns.
Yeah, and then I started scoring.
The game just automatically went off kind of way.
The game just automatically got disabled.
What? No.
We're messing with you.
I had to get that one time on Dad.
What? Be careful with that cord right there. If he coming that way, watch him with that cord.
So you want to lead with the scary story for Halloween?
All right, so Halloween. Here's the thing right here. It's
Yeah.
Halloween. Deshawn, the champ, ABO Cruiserweight champ, came in during the October month. So what we want to do is before we get out of here, share a scary story. So who leading off?
I say we go this way.
Okay.
So we go this way.
I'll go. All right, I'll go first. I'll go first. My idea. I'll go first. So, I went to school, Grambling State, down there for a year. So, one time we were off campus and we spent the night off campus, and where we were at, I was asleep, right? So when you're asleep and you can feel somebody standing beside you, like the house that we were in, it had a cross right over the door.
Ooh.
So the room that I was in had a cross right over the door. So I was asleep and I was just feeling some type of way. And you know when you sleep and you can just feel something right behind you and you want to turn around, but I did not turn around.
You don't want to see it?
Night I did not turn around and I felt just something standing at the door looking at me.
Oh.
No one else in the house. No one else in the house. And I just felt something. And normally I would just turn around and, and I did not move an inch that whole night. I was scared to death. And then I woke up next morning, everything was fine. But it scared me through the whole night. Had problems
So
sleeping.
presence there.
Yes. I was like, there's a presence there. And I didn't want to turn around and see it.
You knew it wasn't good. You didn't want to see it.
It was not good. And I didn't want to turn around and see it. So, boom, had me scared to death. Anybody tell you I ain't never been scared before? I've been scared before.
I got one. I'll try to make it short because there was a lot of events in this 2-month time. But my grandpa's story, when I was his age and younger, I would tell my teachers, I have a Halloween story. I mean, I have a story that happened to my grandpa. My teachers would tell my mom I have a great imagination. And my mom would say, oh, no, that really happened. That was my dad. And long story short, great grandma was hanging out clothes on the line. Mind you, there's no dryers. So you're hanging clothes out on the line. Yeah. She felt some rocks hitting her shoulder. And she thought that her two great nephews whom she raised, was playing with her, throwing rocks at her. Right. And she's like, where are the boys at? They were around her. Long story short, again, there was a poltergeist that plagued the entire family for 2 months in the summer of 1957. Clayton, California is known for different kind of ghost stories all over town, not just this one house. But it was the house my grandpa was born in. His brother, my uncle Raymond, was living at home with mom still, and then the 2 great nephews. So there's 4 of them at home, and all kind of family members, all kind of neighbors that believed them or didn't believe them. Some people didn't believe it. I had another uncle that atheist, don't believe in this stuff,
Right.
and witnessed this shit and got scared out of his wits. But there was rocks flying, windows broke, but every time the windows broke, it would fall outside, not inside. Grandpa saw a whole ice chest explode, all kind of craziness, towels flying all over the house. And anyway, it was unexplained why it happened. But in 2 months' time, it started and it ended. Every day at the same time, a pin on the calendar would fly down the hallway and drop. And some people thought my family just wanted some attention. But why? They're just a normal. They had 9 kids, 9 grown kids. My grandpa was 25, 26, and uncle was 30 or whatever. Why? Like, why would they want attention? Oh, little old lady and, some kids, they want attention for what? So, according to them, it really happened. So I was always telling this at school for Halloween.
All right.
Poltergeist.
Close that door. Close the door.
Yeah.
Watch your hands.
Yeah. Watch your hands. Watch your hands.
All right. What you got for us, Junior? You got a scary story? Hold on. Come on in. We about to wrap it up. We about to get them together. Tell us
Alright,
the story.
so this was in Minnesota. So when I was with my stepbrother and my
Hands off the mic.
when I was with my stepbrother and my stepsister, we was outside playing in the playground, and then my mom called me. She said, "Come home." This was like when the street lights was on.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like close to Halloween. And we was walking back, and we heard some. And then we just started walking fast, and then we heard something again, and then we ran. We started running, and it was just an owl.
It
It was just an owl. That could be scary if you don't know what it is, though. At night,
All
yeah.
right, champ. All right, cruiserweight champ. You got one?
Oh yeah, I got one. I had to dig deep in the membrane for this one. But nah, me and my mother was neighbors for like the longest. She just recently moved from me last summer. I'm more hurt than her, to be honest. I think so. But,
Right.
But nah, make a long story short, I was asleep. My mother knows my biggest fear is snakes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Say that again. Hold on. I got to drop a bomb on that.
Nobody
Say
likes
it again.
snakes.
Hold on. Say that again.
Yeah,
Hold
one
on.
thing
Say
about
that
it.
again.
Listen, my biggest fear is snakes, and it's crazy how
I
it's
can't
crazy,
stand snakes.
man. It's crazy how I became snake. I was one day, I was watching the Discovery Channel, and I was too lazy to get up and change it because I had lost the remote. So they was just on there talking about snakes.
On there talking about snakes. Right.
But listen, they got to talking about the black mamba. They said if it bites you, if you walk 20 feet, you die. From that day, I said, "Oh yeah, Ross, it ain't your time." You say, hey, I don't know how to tell the difference between a copperhead to a garden snake. So all of them,
All snakes.
all of them
They're gonna
deadly.
kill me.
Yeah. So then my mama like literally my mom was like my neighbor. Like when I opened my door, that was like say this is my door, my son is my mother's door. So my mama called me just right. She called me. She's blowing my phone up because I was taking a nap. I was taking a nap and whatnot. So when I found the answer, my mom was like, "Sean, I need you. Come outside right now. I need you."
Oh no.
Listen. So I opened my door. The snake is just sizzling. Oh, I said, "Oh man." Listen, man, I said, "Oh man." Listen, I usually don't say bad words in front of my mama, but I said some things that I wish my mama can censor her ears at the time.
Right.
But now, make a long story short, man. So look, but I was just waking up, so my senses was kicking in. So I'm like, all right. So then I just started throwing rocks at the snake. Then I got the snake. But listen, funny thing, listen. So then the snake was just, I was like, man, I ain't gonna touch that snake. Then that snake stood there for like 2 weeks, and then my dog just grabbed it and brought it in the house one day.
The dead snake.
In the front door, like in my front, and just dropped it. I said, "Oh Lord." I said he could come take me right now. He gotta come get me of this snake. Somebody's got to go.
That's funny. You know what? Hold on. You mentioned the snake story. Since we're on the story real quick.
I think we all got a snake story.
Funny thing, and then my mom was involved. The snake was involved. So I was in the bed asleep. I woke up. I saw a snake in my face try to bite me. I get
What?
up, run into my mom's room, grab my mom, throw a fit, grab my mom. My mom comes running in the room, and I said, snake, snake, snake. And what a snake was a belt.
Oh,
Freaked me out.
It was dark.
Freaked me out, man. To this day, still
I bet
freak
your
me out.
mom look at you
Yeah,
like,
like I was crazy, but I swear to you, I saw a snake. When I brought her in there, I saw it was a belt. When I was like, there's a snake right there. This is
my
a belt.
mama is terrified of snakes.
Yeah, now
my
that
mama
we-
is.
Man, now that we talking about all this, it's got me reliving. I never forget one moment, man. I said, man, Leprechaun in the Hood. You ever seen that?
Oh, I saw that. I saw
That
that.
first came out, right? But I want to say I was younger than my sons. I was like 8 years old. So I was like, Mom, I can watch it. I can stand up. I can stand. I'm not going to be scared. She said, Sean, okay, you watch it. You sleeping on your own.
Oh yeah.
Listen, so I was like, all right, so we sit there and watched it one night. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, but like it was me
Wide
and my buddy, and he ain't showing not an emotion. Like still to this day, he was the most fearless guy I could ever meet in my life.
Feel that.
Like so, like he didn't start. So I try to show no emotion, but then it was time to go to bed. And like my mom was like, one of the parents, you got to turn the TV off at a certain time, so it was just pitch black dark. So just everything in my closet, I thought that was Leprechaun in the Hood coming to get me.
Oh my goodness.
Me too.
I was like, listen, I couldn't sleep for a whole 2 weeks. It got to the point like my mama had to come in there and sleep with me, and she said, "Sean, never again, never again."
Never again.
Yeah, never again.
I remember when I watched that too. I was at your mom's house too. Like when she, you remember when she,
Right.
my nana, my nana. I like it was like almost at nighttime. I was watching the. I watched all the Leprechauns. The last one that I watched was Leprechaun in the Hood. And after I got done watching that, she told me to turn the TV off. I said, okay. And then when it turned pitch black, I told her to close my closet door and please leave the light on. And she did, and when she closed the door, I went straight under my covers. Didn't make a peep. I just stood there.
That was it. That was it. You like, I'm under the covers.
To my boxing family, this is a promise. But if you let people talk, they'll tell on themselves because he know he wasn't supposed to watch the Leprechaun in the Hood because Daddy told him don't watch that.
Straight up. All right, here, man. We get ready to get out. All right. We get ready to get out of here, man. We'll start with you, Junior. Anything you like to say to people before you go? Anybody at your school?
Bye.
Anybody that
Bye.
favorite teacher? Anything?
I'm gonna see y'all at school and I'm gonna brag about that. I'm gonna be all in the teacher's ear too.
Got anything you want to say before you go, Mr. Ross?
I want to say thanks to everybody that's been on this journey with me, that's going to grow with me on this journey. Thank you for everybody that's been with me because I know sometimes I'm probably not the toughest guy to deal with. Thanks, I really want to give a shout out to my brother / manager, Tremel Davis, who's currently in Atlanta right now, who's a healthcare recruiter manager. And I don't know, he's been a big help too outside of my mother and daddy and everything, especially with raising, with helping me with my kids. And now my other brother who lives here, Michael Kaz, who also has his own clothing line called Cosmer.
Oh, that's your guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got something up with that. We gonna talk about that after this.
Yeah. Which is Cosmer.
He could do.
Yeah, he's the guy, and he's big on music. But that's all I got. And follow me on Instagram, which is Next Thing Coming. Also, if you want to look me up on Facebook, Deshawn Ross, please follow my page right now while I'm an underdog because the underdog status is only going to stay on for so long. And you can say you know me. I be on Instagram, and I'm not a big head, so you can reach out to me if you see me at the store or you see me at church playing, you know what I'm saying? Wait for me to get up, but just put your hands on me and we can talk about anything you need to talk to. I am human at the end of the day.
Oh, and follow me on TikTok, please, and YouTube.
What is it? What's your TikTok and your YouTube?
Deshawn Ross, 5577, and the same thing for YouTube.
All right, that works. Anything, Katie?
You know, have a happy, spooky, safe Halloween coming up. My favorite month, my birthday month. I'm just saying.
Right.
But yeah, and keep up with the local Louisville fight as always, and looking forward to the bright future. Keep up with Deshawn Ross and everybody else, we continue to have on the show. So keep supporting.
And I want to thank y'all for having me on the show. This is big for the city and the community to learn about a sport here that has history.
All right, thank you. We about to get out of here. LLF. We'll catch you next week. It's October, Halloween. Think about your costumes. We love having the Cruiserweight champion. You ain't bring that belt with you, bro?
Man.
I'm messing with him.
I should have, though.
I'm messing with him. We love having Deshawn Ross. Follow my man, hometown favorite, Louisville, homeboy, whole nine.
Yes,
we out of here. We
Thanks
catch
for
you
watching.
next rip, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.